I invite you to find a position where your body feels completely held, whether you are lying down with cushions supporting your knees, or you are seated with your spine resting against the earth's strength. And as you settle, allow the external world to begin to recede, as if you are drawing a soft velvet curtains across the windows of the day. Feel the specific points where your body meets the surface beneath you, the heels, the calves, the heavy curve of the pelvis, and the breadth of the shoulders. And notice how the earth does not ask you to hold yourself up, but simply rises to meet you in an unconditional embrace. Gently begin to soften the tiny muscles around your eyes, letting the eyeballs rest deeply in their sockets, and release the hinge of your jaw, perhaps even allowing the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. There is nothing to fix in this moment, nothing to resolve. There's nothing to solve, and no version of yourself you need to perform. You are simply arriving, a quiet witness to the steady, rhythmic pulse of your own existence, allowing the internal noise to settle like slit at the bottom of the clear, still lake. Now, let your awareness drift toward the natural movement of your breath, not trying to change it just yet, but simply noticing how it enters, cool at the nostrils, and leaves a little warmer. And as you watch, start to invite the breath to travel deeper past the chest, down into the soft expanse of your belly. We will begin to gently lengthen the exhalation, as if you are breathing out through a tiny, thin straw, allowing the air to leave your body in a slow, steady stream. Inhaling for a soft count of 4 and exhaling for a long trailing count of 6 or 8 in your mind. With very long exhale, feel a wave of relaxation washing down from the crown of your head through the throat and into the solar plexus, sending a signal of safety to your nervous system, telling that every cell is over and the being has begun. Feel the space behind your heart expanding and the inner walls of your throat softening, activating the ancient pathways of the vagus nerve. Whisper to your heart to beat with a steady, calm assurance as the internal tides begin to synchronize with the slow rhythm of the deep ocean. As the breath continues to move through you like a gentle tide, let your awareness glide through a landscape of your body. Starting with the vast, quiet space within the skull, noticing any pressure or humming, and simply allowing it to be there without any judgment. Move your attention down into the throat, the center of your expression. Sensing the space around the thyroid gland, and if there is any tightness, just offer it a little more room to breathe, a little more space to soften. Now descend into the heart center, feeling the rise and fall of the chest, journeying the breath, and then deeper into the abdomen, the seat of your digestion and your gut intuition. Noticing if there are areas of unconscious holding, perhaps around the navel or the hips, and inviting them to melt as if they are made of wax near a gentle flame. Finally, let your awareness rest into the deep bowl of the pelvis. This is the womb space. Sensing the weight and the history held here. Acknowledging that this space is a sacred library of your life's lessons and seasons. And in this moment, it is allowed to be heavy, warm, and completely at rest. We begin now a journey through the golden thread of your endocrine system. The subtle intelligence that governs your rhythm. I invite you to bring your inner gaze to the very center of your head, to the space between the temples, where the hypothalamus and pituitary glands reside, like quiet master conductors in a cathedral of light. Visualize a tiny, soft point of violet or silver light here, pulsing with a gentle intelligence, sending out clear, steady signals of balance. And as this light glows, it begins to drip down like warm honey through the base of the brain and into the throat. Sense the space of the thyroid receiving this light, recalibrating the metabolism of your soul, finding a temperature that feels just right, not too hot, not too cold. But a perfect, sustaining warmth. And then the light continues its journey down The light continues its journey down, passing through the heart and branching out towards the ovaries and the deep pelvis. Even if the physical rhythm of the ovary is changing, the energetic imprint remains. See them bathed in a soft, rose-colored light, receiving the signals from the brain with grace, as if each center is quietly listening to the other, recalibrating, remembering its natural primordial rhythm. Imagine a continuous loop of light moving from the brain to the throat, to the heart, to the womb, and back up to the spine and the brain. A circular flow of communication where there is no static, no urgency, only a beautiful recursive feedback of I am safe, I am balanced, and I am whole. Now, feel the internal axis becoming a pillar of your stability within you. A central axis that remains steady even as the outer layer of the body experiences fluctuations. And as this pillar strengthens, feel a cooling, soothing mist beginning to spread from your voice and core out of your skin. If there has been heat or restlessness, imagine this mist as soft as moonlight, damaging and dampening. Settling the nerves and bringing them a profound sense of cool to your internal atmosphere. Every gland, every hormone, every chemical messenger is now moving in synchronized dance, not a frantic one, but a slow, graceful waltz. You can feel a subtle pulsation in your fingertips of your toes. A sign that your energy is flowing where it is needed the most, restoring the architecture of your inner peace. Within this physiological harmony, notice how the landscape of your emotions begin to change. The waves of irritability or sadness are still there, but you are now the vast, deep ocean beneath them, which is unaffected by the whitescapes on the surface. There is a growing space between a sensation and your reaction to it. A space where you can simply breathe and say, this too is a part of the flow. In that space, an inner quietness expands, wrapping you in a cocoon of emotional steadiness that doesn't require the world to change for you to feel okay. Allow these truths to settle into your subconscious, not as commands, but as gentle reminders of what your body already knows. My body possesses an ancient intelligence that knows exactly how to restore its balance. My body possesses an ancient intelligence that knows exactly how to restore its balance. I am moving through this transition with grace, trusting the wisdom of my changing seasons. Every breath I take recalibrates my nervous system and brings me back to center. I am supported from within, and I am at home in this body. As we begin to conclude this journey, feel the weight of your body once again, more deeply connected to the earth, than when you started. Begin to deepen your breath, feeling the life force returning to your extremities. Gently start to make small movements in the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Perhaps tracing the thumb across the pads of your fingers. Feeling the miracle of your own touch. When you feel safe and ready, carrying the sense of internal alignment with you back into the waking world, take a turn towards the left or the right side. Stay there in the fetal position for a while. The very start of life. And when you feel ready, knowing that this pillar of balance is always within you, accessible with a single breath, a quiet anchor in the midst of any storm. You are regulated. You are connected. And you are profoundly safe within your own skin. With this thought, taking the support of your hand, gently sit up in a comfortable cross-legged position. And let us join your hands at the heart center in prayer pose. And let us thank the Word and the Almighty with 3 Shantis in the mind. Then rub your palms together. Generate some heat. Cover your eyes with the palms. Feel the heat. Acknowledge the darkness. And looking through the gaps of the fingers, you may gently open your eyes with a beautiful smile. Hari Om Tat Sat.